Hey guys, so we are starting school next week, and in case you missed it a couple videos ago, or if you have not been following along on my Facebook page, I'm going to be doing a homeschool video every single day this week, kind of like a mini vlogist. It is just back to school week, and I think it will be a tradition on this channel. So today I'm going to be sharing our elementary homeschool curriculum choices. Tomorrow I'll be sharing our preschool, how we plan to do preschool this year with my 3.5-year-old, and then from there on I'm going to be doing kind of requested videos that you guys have been asking for a lot lately. So first things first, I'm just going to start with our individual subjects here. I have a first grader this year and a third grader this year, and then I'll move into our group learning subjects, which is the majority of our homeschooling this upcoming year. So individual curriculum choices we have, I'll start with reading and language arts. So for my first grader, we are going to be doing All About Reading Level 2. So this will be his second year using All About Reading. My daughter also went through this program and we loved it. And again, it worked out great for my son when he did Level 1. And so we're going to continue with Level 2. So we have the teacher's guide and the activities guide, the 2 readers, and then it also comes with those magnet tiles and the flashcards. I just didn't pull all that out for this video. So that is going to be his reading curriculum this year. My daughter, let me set this down here. My daughter is in 3rd grade. She did not do a reading curriculum last year. She did All About Reading Level 1 and Level 2 in kindergarten and 1st grade. And then in 2nd grade, I just let her read and fall in love with books. She ended up finishing the school year just from January through May, completed 30 chapter books on her own, American Girl books, Beverly Cleary books, Junie B. Jones books, just a bunch of different chapter books. And she kind of fell in love with independent reading last year. So we're moving into language arts this year, and we are going to be using the Simply Charlotte Mason Using Language Well. So here's the teacher's guide and the student book. Now, Using Language Well, Level 1, Book 1 is for 3rd and 4th grade recommended. So we'll be using this for the next 2 years. And then to go along with that, we'll be using the Simply Charlotte Mason Spelling Wisdom. And these lessons go together. So we'll be doing these together each day. Sorry, I'm going to be like dropping down the curriculum a lot. I'm sorry. I just have so much of it, so I can't keep putting it back. All right, so then math, my first grader will be doing Horizons Math. This is the teacher's guide for Book 1, for Level 1. So he'll be doing Horizons Math this year, which if you have followed along for a while, my kids do Horizons for kindergarten and 1st grade, and then I switched them to teaching textbooks in 2nd grade using the Level 3. And Isabella will be continuing with teaching textbooks 4, and she just kind of rolls through math. So it took her about 1.5 years to finish 3, and then she started 4. So she's going to be doing teaching textbooks grade 4. Okay, and I think that's, oh, and then Isabella will also, my 3rd grader, will also be doing Rosetta Stone Spanish this year, 2 days a week while I do reading lessons with my 1st grader. So she'll be doing this independently on the computer while I'm working with him. I'm not sure how long she'll be doing it. I'm not looking for her to complete these, years, just kind of doing it 2 days a week as long as it takes her. I mean, she might be in high school by the time she finishes, but I don't want to put too much pressure on by adding too much to our schedule. So low key, no expectations, just she's going to do this 2 days a week. This is the homeschool Latin American Spanish. I'm going to move into our group subjects because that's the majority of our learning. So I'll start with our art curriculum. This is Yellow Spot Sun. We're going to be starting with the Drawing Americana, and I will link the video up here that I never know which direction it's going to show. I'll link the video that I just did a review on this. They gave me this curriculum and we fell in love with it. So we are going to be starting with Drawing Americana and then moving into color theory with the Impressionists. We're not going to be flying through it. It's going to take us much longer than the 10 weeks that are in this bundle. So I'm not sure how long that'll take, but then hopefully before the end of the year we'll move into their new bundle, which is going to be released soon, which is Art Through the Eyes of the American Woman. Our Bible curriculum this year is the Picture Smart Bible. This is my own binding, but Picture Smart Bible. We got through 2 Samuel this last year, so we will be moving on into Kings this upcoming year. I expect to go a lot faster this year than we did last year, although I'm considering bringing my preschooler in on it. I'm not sure how much I'm going to involve him for, but I'm thinking we might do 1 and 2 Samuel again to start the school year, just as a refresher of all the things that we had learned last year, because we did take a break for this during the summer. I wasn't planning on it, but we ended up taking a break. So we are going to be using the Picture Smart Bible. And then along with that, we're going to be doing our Bible memory work, which is either going to be Bible verses or a hymn study. I printed these hymns myself. It's just a bunch of hymns that I enjoy, and they're just going to be memorizing the hymns or Bible verses, just alternating each week what we're doing. So that is their memory work. For history, we're going to continue with Story of the World. We are in Volume 2, the Middle Ages. I think we're about on chapter 15 right now. So we do this with friends. We get together once a week and at each other's houses and lead the projects, but we read this on our own. So we'll be reading this in our homeschool, and then we'll be doing the projects out of the workbook. Science this year is going to be swimming creatures. I know I had been posting on Instagram and Facebook, and I think I've said it in a few videos, that I couldn't decide between swimming creatures and flying creatures this year. I bought them both. I spent some time with them, but ultimately I was just most excited about doing swimming creatures. I think it has to do with, making the decision in summer. We're at the beach so much, but my kids have really been into digging for the hermit crabs and watching for the sea turtles, and so I think this is going to be a very exciting, we're a beach family, we're an ocean family, so I'm very excited about doing swimming creatures this year. So they are each doing the junior notebooking journal, and technically my daughter, being in 3rd grade, could have done the regular notebooking journal, but she's not quite there to doing the cursive yet, so I just figured it would be easier to just keep them doing the same thing. Plus she enjoys the coloring pages, so why not? They're the same price. And then the textbook. Now I'm doing something different this year, and I bought the CD. We have a 4-month-old right now, and I'm just looking at all of the curriculum that involves me reading out loud, and I thought that having the CD for science would be very helpful. I can spend some time reading the text on my own, but then I can put this on for them when I'm preparing lunch or something like that. I did listen to a download of this online to make sure that I thought the narrator's voice would be something that my kids would pay attention to and not just, goof off because I was out of the room. But she reads with excitement, and I think the kids should be able to stick along with her as she's reading the text to them. So I'm really looking forward to that. Handwriting this year, I decided to switch it up. I was thinking about moving into cursive with my daughter, but I really actually think she still needs some help with print, and that's completely my fault. I'll talk about this in a video coming up here this week probably, but I pushed her way too hard at the beginning of her homeschooling journey in her preschool, kindergarten years, and because of that she formed some bad handwriting habits. So like I said, it's totally my fault. It's not her fault, but I waited on my son until he was in kindergarten, and we did it very, no pressure. We just kind of started to introduce the letters and the handwriting as about halfway through the school year, I would say. And his handwriting is beautiful. So that just goes to show what waiting a year or so can do for a kid. But I decided to just go ahead and purchase the Simply Charlotte Mason Delightful Handwriting, but it's the Danielian, if I'm pronouncing it right, style of handwriting. And the reason being, I want them to move a little easier into cursive, and if you're familiar with this style of handwriting, all they basically do is connect the tails of the letters when it's time to move into cursive. But also, I think my daughter needed something completely different than what we were doing before, so this handwriting will be kind of like starting from scratch for her, and hopefully she she'll kind of get rid of old habits and start fresh. So we'll see how that goes. So this is the teacher guide. The teacher guide for this is for both styles of handwriting, but then this I bought specifically the Danielian student book here. Geography, we are going to continue with Simply Charlotte Mason's visits to Europe, and what goes along with that are these two books, Hungry Planet and Material World. I highly recommend this. We have really been enjoying geography. We've taken our time, and along with this they'll be doing map drills, which it's kind of laid out for them in here, but if you don't want to purchase the whole curriculum and you'd rather just do the map drill on your own, you just give your kid a map, tell them to, that's my alarm. Give your kid a map, tell them to pick a country, you know, basically to memorize. They write it down. The next day, you give them the blank map. If they can remember where it was, they write it. If they need some help, they can reference the other map. I'm kind of butchering this right now, but basically it's all about memorizing it before they add more countries to it. They can reference a map if they need to, but once they're able to do it by memory, then they can look and add more countries to memory. So I hope that made sense. Probably didn't make sense. I'm filming this late at night, so sorry. But if you do it with the curriculum, it tells you which countries to memorize. You can do it on your own without the curriculum, but you guys just kind of choose which countries to memorize on the map. So that's geography. What else do we have here? I think all that's left then is just, yeah, nature and poetry tea time. Those are, we're not using a curriculum, but I will be sharing about that this week, and I'm really excited about that. Let me look through here. Handwriting, map drills. I think I've gone through everything that we actually have. Yes, that we have an actual curriculum for. So yes, those are our elementary curriculum choices this year. I will see you back tomorrow for our preschool curriculum choices / method this upcoming year. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys and interacting with you every day this week for our back to homeschool week here. So let me know when you guys are starting school. Let me know what curriculum you have that you're excited about using this year. If you have any questions about any of these, go ahead and comment below, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.